Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how you can have a miracle morning. How you can wake up feeling excited, how you can wake up feeling passionate, grateful, and thankful to start your day. A couple questions to think about. Do you like waking up in the morning to go to work? Would you like to have a more inspiring morning? And hopefully this video will give you some great tips on how you can improve your morning routine to become a better version of yourself, to think more healthy, to grow as a person, to contribute to not only yourself, your family, your friends, your job, but the community as well. Humans are creatures of habit. We think somewhere around 40, 50, 60, 70,000 thoughts per day. Most of the thoughts that we think today and tomorrow will be majorly the same as the thoughts we thought the day before. And when it comes to this habit, most of us have a morning routine. Most of us probably wake up around the same time. We probably get out of the bed on the same side of the bed and then probably go and do our morning routine, whether that is brushing your teeth, jumping in the shower, making some coffee, getting your favorite coffee mug, drinking that coffee, maybe checking your emails, checking the news, eating a little bit of breakfast, and then we kind of hurry, get our clothes, jump in the car or run to the subway or take the bus, and then we wake up the next morning doing the exact same thing. We are creatures of habit. And we usually do the same routines day in and day out. We have the same thoughts day in and day out, and most of these thoughts are actually negative. And it starts in the morning. The Miracle Morning was written by the author Hal Elrod. And in the book, he asked the question, how happy and satisfied with life do you want to be? Are you willing to go after it? He mentions that there are three key arguments we have to understand in order to be able to go after what we really want and to go after what really make us fulfilled and make us happy and feel like we are in a place where we really can contribute and where our talents and gifts are being utilized to the greatest extent. The first thing is that you. Yes, you. This one is really, really important. I know it is for me. You are worthy. You are as worthy and deserving as anybody else on this planet to live a life to the full. Number two is that you must be willing to dedicate time and energy to work on yourself. And number three is to create that morning routine that is productive, that is focused, and that is successful. Why do you wake up in the morning? Is it because you have to, or is it because you want to? The idea is that if you want a different life, you have to do something different. The book, The Miracle Morning, the practical part consists of 6 steps. Number 1 is silence. Do the opposite of what most people do in the morning. Practice being still. Number 2 is affirmation. And if you don't know what affirmation is, I think there's a great example of a person who was incredibly skilled and utilizes the technique of affirmation. That was Muhammad Ali. If you remember Muhammad Ali, he would always say, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest. And the idea with affirmation is you tell yourself something that you need to hear, that you want to hear over and over and over again. Like, I'm the greatest, or I am enough, or I am loved, or I am capable, or I am successful, or I am happy, or I am at peace and content. Whatever it is that you want to believe. And over time, you're essentially going to rewire those neural connectors in your mind, and you're going to change your mind to believe what you want your mind to believe. Rather than being, I'm always late, I'm always on time. Number 3 is visualization. So to visualize what you really want. I actually have done a whole video on that, so I'm gonna put the link to that video in the notes section. And if you wanna learn more about how to visualize and how to go after what you really want, I recommend that you check out that video or that you do a little research on YouTube or Google. There are a ton of people that are great at providing some helpful tips on how you can visualize what you truly want. Number 4 is exercise. Yes, exercising in the morning. So exercising in the morning has several health benefits, and the key is that you want to get your heart pumping. The author does recommend yoga as a great exercise. Number 5 is reading. Find a book that you find inspirational. The author mentions that you should shoot for reading 10 pages per day. That's 3,650 pages per year, which is approximately 18 books per year. And last is number 6, which is scribing. And this is the idea of being a scribe, that is writing, journaling. There's several things you can write, but one of the things you can write down is what you're grateful for. You can write lessons that you learned, things that you're inspired by, happy moments, grateful moments, special moments, things you want to remember that just make you feel deeply and truly grateful, peaceful, content, and happy. What you have to do, if you're willing to accept this mission, is set aside some extra time in the morning to get this done. One thing that I found super helpful, instead of hitting that snooze button, which the author kind of argues that is the worst possible way to start the day, because you're essentially telling yourself that I don't want to wake up. Instead of hitting the snooze button, you do something that's super simple. Set your alarm, whether that's a phone or you have like a traditional alarm clock, on the other side of the room. So you physically have to get up and out of bed. Whatever you do, do not get back in the bed. And if you are faced with an onslaught of negativity, an onslaught of tasks to do, and potential stressful situation and stressful issues, you are going to tackle that so much better because of the mindset that you have habitually created and the habitual person you have become. Hope that's helpful. I encourage you to give it a try. And if you have any comments or thoughts about your experience, I think it's super helpful. You can leave in the comments below. Thanks for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up if it's helpful, and I hope to see you next time. So if you are interested in changing your mind, changing your circumstances, and ultimately changing your reality, it could begin by changing your morning routine.